Hello fellow orchid lovers, it's Danielle here. I wanted to bring you into the grow room so that you could get a look at what's going on before the heat takes out a lot of my Phalaenopsis blooms. So it seems like we're switching directly from winter to summer here. It seems like spring is going to be a little MIA this year. We recently had a snowstorm. Now a couple weeks later, it's gonna be in the low 80s today, and it's already pretty hot here in the grow room. And unfortunately, that heat is going to take out my Phalaenopsis blooms. So I wanted to bring you in, give you a look at what's going on with them and a few other things before they start to fade. So this is my elegant Karen Aloha. And as you can see, her spike is still going pretty strong. It's actually so heavy now that I have to kind of stake her to the shelf so she won't fall off the shelf. And she keeps extending. So she's not quite finished yet. But it's a really beautiful display of blooms. My Aubrey is also going really strong. She's got 2 spikes, as you can see up there. That wide lip Phalaenopsis that I got this past year is also going really strong. She keeps extending as well. This is my oldest orchid. She's also still got her blooms. We have this one, this beautiful pink one. She's not extending, but she's not really a particularly healthy Phalaenopsis yet, and so I'm not really surprised by that, but she's holding on to her blooms for quite a while. Then we have our cute little mini phal here. She also is extending. And we have this beautiful white one here. I realize if you don't like Phalaenopsis, this is gonna be pretty boring the first part of the video, but I will get to some other stuff. I really love these solid color Phalaenopsis. And then this is one of my yellow ones. This is the one with the orange lip. And then I have this yellow one with the pink lip. We have our multicolored one back here. And then this one, this is named after my niece, Kaylin. This one hasn't bloomed for 2 years. So, and actually she's never bloomed for me. I got her in spike, but she's never rebloomed until now. And I really like the contrast of the white lip with the pink. It's really pretty. We have this little girl right here. Then this is the orchid that my friend Harriet gave me. And she had had this orchid since at least 2008, so it's a pretty old orchid. And she bloomed for me this year. My Fuller's Gold Stripe. And then this little cutie. I just love this one. Really, really pretty. Then we have this little mini striped one here. This one's also a first time bloom. She's never bloomed for me. I bought a bunch of orchids a couple years ago on the discount table because they were out of spikes, so I didn't know what they were gonna look like, and this is one of them. And then we have a couple of more down here. Almost done, I promise. And there you go. We do have a few more Phalaenopsis scattered throughout the room, and I'll highlight them as well. So I've moved some of my Latoria dendrobiums over here because I wanted to put a humidifier where they were, because the humidifier used to be on the other side of the room, and I just didn't feel like it was working its way back. So now the fan actually pushes the humidity this way. So I had to move them, and I moved them over here. They do get a fair amount of light over here. And actually the Nora Takanaga doesn't love a lot of light. She likes bright light, but not direct light. So this seems to be a good spot for her. I do seem to have cleared up the spider mites on her. And then I have the Royal Chip over here as well, which is still in bloom. Let me see, what else do we have going on over here? My Pendulum is in bloom. Just one bloom this year, but really, really pretty. I love how the back of the lip is also fuzzy. I don't know if I can get you in there to see it, but the back of the lip is fuzzy too. My Latoria Firewings is going to bloom. I'm actually surprised because this plant was close to dead. it was throwing off keikis last year too, because it had no root system. The canes were very desiccated, and I didn't think it was gonna make it. So I had taken the keikis off and put them in a separate container, which I'm gonna do with this one soon because he's about ready. But to my surprise, it put out a lot of growth at the base, very small growths, but growths nonetheless, and it's getting a root system. And now it's decided to bloom. So that was a pleasant surprise for me. So if we go over here, my microchip is still in full bloom. She does this on a cycle. She is never for long out of bloom. She is usually covered in blooms. She'll drop some and then she'll just keep blooming. You know, she'll get more and more spikes. My Prestacea radiata has 4 very healthy size spikes this year. So we're gonna have quite, hopefully a lovely fragrance in the grow room. I've only had a few flowers at a time and it hasn't been overwhelming, but I do hear that this scent can be overwhelming. So we'll see. I'll keep you updated on that. My Roy Takanaga is still in bloom. Let's see, what else do we have here? My Curvifolium is in bloom. She's almost done. She's got one more bud on the top. Really pretty. No fragrance, but very pretty. And I really enjoy the actual foliage on this plant. My, I think it's called Vanda now instead of Neophonetia, but my Neophonetia falcata also has a little spike starting in here. So we'll see if that progresses. This Cattleya, which one is this? This is the bag baby I got a couple years ago. Final blue. I don't think that's its real name, but so we have 4 buds on this growth, and then over here in that growth there's another bud. I don't know if I can get you in there. I hurt my back a couple days ago, and so bending and all that kind of stuff is really not something that I'm real good at right now. My other Prestacea is also still in bloom. This is the one with the really dark purple, almost black flowers. And to me, they smell like honeysuckle. So like, I really enjoy the fragrance, but it's very strong. So I understand maybe why some people don't love it, but it's really, really beautiful flower. I like unusual blooms. This is Columnia Jarek Flyers M05, something funky like that. She had an original spike. This is actually a branch that she decided to put out. And the flowers are actually a little bit weird. They're like a little more narrow, but still pretty. I have a few more Columnias to show you, actually. Here's another Phalaenopsis. This is my Manii cross, and she keeps extending as well. So her spike has been extending for a couple months now. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, so we've got some more Columnias. This Columnia, well, you can't really see it because it's backlit. Let's see if I can take it out. Oh, that seemed to clear it up a little bit. Well, let's just see if I can take, nope, that's the wrong one. This is the right one. Okay, let's see. I want to knock anything over, which is classic me. But you can see it's got like the beautiful maroon coloring, and then on the lip it's pink and maroon. It's really, really pretty. And this is a first time bloom as well. And actually, I have the tags, but I have to figure out which one she is. I think it's Cocoa Drop. I don't know. I'll take a look. And then this Columnia also bloomed. I think this is Firm White, which doesn't make sense because it's very pink. But I do think this is Firm White. What else do I have? Okay, I have another Cattleya in bloom. This is my Fire Wings Pegasus. Those blooms just popped open. Really, really pretty. So we have some more Cattleya blooms. I also have my Wilsonara in bloom. I don't think this is gonna come through very well because of the light. I apologize. but it's a really beautiful red. And it gives the illusion that it's just red and kind of boring, but when you come in, the lip has like an iridescent whiteness to it. And then it's got like this like fluorescent pink. It's really, really pretty up close and kind of hard to show on the video. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, I also have a pinguicula now, which has already been at work, doing really, really well. Super excited about that. Thank you, Yoshi. Oh, a couple more phals. So we've got a really pretty, kind of like coppery pink one here. My Schilleriana is starting to go over. The spike is starting to die back. I'm sure there's other things that are starting spikes that I just don't. Oh, I know for sure my Wilsonara penny candy is starting a spike. But I'm sure there's a few things in there that are starting to spike that I just don't know, or I can't show you because it's buried or whatever the case may be. But I really wanted you to see this wall of Phalaenopsis before they started to fade. I do actually have a few more in spike that aren't even open yet. So quite a show this year for my Phalaenopsis. I'm really pleased with that. I do also owe you one last video in my collection update. I have to do my Miltoniopsis. I kind of got a little sidebarred by a few things that were going on. So I had to take care of those things. So I wasn't able to get to it. And now they have a few spikes. And so I'm kind of hoping they'll open soon so I can do that video and show you the spikes as well as the plants. But I hope you guys are all enjoying your spring. I hope you're actually getting a spring and not just going straight to summer like we are. And everything's going well for you. And you know, like I said, hopefully I will be in touch again soon. And I hope you guys all have a really great day, and I will talk to you all next time.